I'm David from Eagles Way Healing, and today I'm catching up with Alice from Energy Healing for Pets. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah. I love animals, so I can heal people, but I just wanted to focus on animals. I thought there was a need for that. There's a lot of animals that I noticed that could do with some bit of loving in their life, especially rescue pets that have some challenges that from past their past lives, and the new owners want, to be able to bond with them a lot
Mm,
better. Yeah.
yeah, of course. Yeah. So, how did you get your feet on the ground with that? How did you start getting practice?
I did the Eagles Way three, was it the three, the course?
Yep,
Um,
yep. So we start off with the free beginner course,
yeah, the free beginner
introduction
course, and
course.
then
Yep,
I did the next one and the next one,
yep.
and then I had a bit of one-on-one with yourself
Yes.
to make sure that I was on the right track and everything was doing really well. And then I started letting family and friends know that I'm doing it and I'm just practicing, and did they want some practice? And that went really well. I was a little bit nervous in the beginning, but I'm getting better as I get along, and just going from there. And then I thought I want to focus on animals, so
Just
I
drawing in that
started
direction.
doing some animals, and yeah, it's going really well.
Yeah, great, great.
I'm
That's
just still
awesome.
getting my name out there, as people get confident and get to know you. But I've
Yes.
just touched base with an animal sanctuary, and
Right.
she's really excited to meet me and see how I can help with all their rescue animals.
Mm,
Yeah,
that's exciting. Yeah, there's definitely no shortage of rescue animals in need, that's for sure.
yeah, yeah. No, it's cool. It's
Mm.
cool.
And the
And
good
I, yeah. So with the animals, what's different with people, if you can do it remotely, like over Zoom or Google Meet. Um, with animals, they can't talk back to you,
mm,
so I do it remotely just by myself without just with a. I just use a photo of the animal to get focus, and it's the same results. So
mm.
it's great.
So can you tell us about some of your case studies? Tell us about a
Okay,
story of
one
one.
of the fun ones that I recently did is a work colleague. He lives on a lifestyle plot, and he has a flock of sheep, and he says that there's a couple of grumpy ones in there that seem a bit off, and generally they are not too friendly, and he wanted to see what I could do or what I could investigate. So I tapped into their energy field as a collective. I didn't know how this was going to go because I've never done a group of
Mm,
animals before. And what I found is that there, as a collective, there was a bit of terror in their energy field, and I worked out it was to do with travel.
mm,
That they were just like stressed out and terrified, and I found out from the guy later that they did have a quite a traumatic travel to his lifestyle property. They came from down the line.
mm,
So that was interesting. I cleared their energy, so they wouldn't feel the terror anymore. And there was a little bit of suspicion in a couple of the sheep, which I asked the owner later. I says, have you been having these thoughts that you might put them in the pot? He assured me that he didn't, but I'm not sure why. There was a couple that were suspicious. So anyway, I cleared their energies, and just put some love and light energy through them. And I didn't hear back from my work colleague for a
mm.
little while. I thought, oh, maybe, whatever, nothing happened or whatever. But then about 1.5 weeks later, he said that his sheep have changed. They've become more friendly as a group. and they'll come up to be hand fed.
Mm.
And also that when he wants to sort of herd them into a pen, it's very easy, and he's never ever been able to do that before.
Mm.
They'd scatter and some of them would be suspicious. So
Yeah,
I was really delighted to hear that.
yeah, great.
Yeah.
Awesome feedback.
Yeah. So every time I get feedback like that, it just makes me, want to help more and more animals.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
reinforces what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
And another story, I haven't, this is very recent, I haven't had the feedback yet, but a lady that I met, she's got a cat that she's had for many years. She's quite a loud lady, and her young children are quite loud, and her husband's not so loud. And that's all relevant to what I discovered. And this cat just never comes inside, and it just hides away, and it will only come in late at night when her husband is on his own in the lounge.
Mm.
And the cat's just absolutely terrified. So I did an energy clearing healing session for the cat. And when I first started, I could feel just this pain and this emotion from this cat, and I was almost crying. That's how much I felt it.
Mm.
And then through the session, I realised that the cat actually has got a hearing problem and is very, very sensitive with her ears. So, and that just made sense, screaming kids, loud mum,
Mm. Mm. Mm.
only comes in when there's a quiet dad on the couch.
Yeah, yeah.
So I've left that. I've told them about that, and they were quite surprised. But it made sense to them.
Mm. Mm.
But I haven't had a chance to follow up with what's happened, so I don't know whether they can do anything about it or whether they just have to be very quiet, which may be very difficult with children around.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that was
Did you notice an energetic link between the cat and people in the household?
just that I could sense that the cat was kind of terrified
Mm.
of the loudness of those.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, it's interesting because sometimes with animals, they have the rescue animals don't have any linkages to people that they live with, but sometimes you might have an animal with severe anxiety, for instance, and it's picking up on the anxiety of the owner.
Yeah.
So if you clear it from the animal, it'll just get refilled up again from the owner.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's a case where the owner needs to be healed in conjunction with the animal as well. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it would just go in circles.
Right. Yeah. So that might have to have a part two to that one.
Yeah, perhaps. But I
Yeah.
believe you did a dog with a link to humans in that way. The
Um.
flatmates involved that.
Oh yes. That one was quite complicated, and it has worked somewhat, not completely.
Mm.
I'm just trying to think. It was one of the first ones I did. Just that I can't remember what the reason for the session was. Oh, that's right. The dog was a bit weird around smaller dogs and would get a little bit sort of protective. So the session in the household in the past, there were two flatmates plus the parents of the dog, like the
Mm.
the boyfriend and the girlfriend.
Oh,
Oops, Daisy. Did you want me to keep going?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, hang on for the. Okay. Sorry, interrupted by the cat.
Yeah. So there was issues with just the whole dynamics of the house, and it's a little bit tricky when the flatmates have gone. I suppose I did clear it a little bit, that because the flatmates had moved out, so I was able to clear that because that was a past thing.
Yeah, it's interesting with dogs. Sometimes dogs seem to absorb the energies of the owners quite a lot, and I think in some cases they help process the owner's trauma. So you have dogs that spend a lot of time with their owners. Sometimes the dogs actually help process um, the energies of the owners, which is lovely. However, the owners also get stuck with this energy that can't be shifted because they have this like symbiotic relationship with the dog. So sometimes you have to heal both at the
Yes.
same time.
Yeah.
It's sort of like an extension of their own energies.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you heal one, the other person has the other side has the effect. So you heal the dog, the owner feels better. Heal the owner, the dog feels better.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is quite
Actually, there was I have got a story like that. Actually, it was a cat. It was a well, it was a cat that lived in the wild as a kitten and then became adopted by a young couple, and she became pregnant, and the cat was fine, and then the baby was born, and the cat started to become fat, put on weight, and the baby started, as babies do, they grab the cat and torture it, and there was kind of like a love-hate relationship between the cat and the baby. So the owner asked if I could investigate what was going on with the cat, but she just said, can you look at the cat's weight problem? So I did that. At the time, I didn't know anything about this love-hate relationship with the baby, but when I went through the process, there was an issue with the baby. The cat was sort of jealous and just a little bit traumatized by the cat. But anyway, cut a long story short, I did the session, reported back, and then I asked for feedback about a week later, and they said, well, the baby has stopped being horrible to the cat. And then it's got this loving relationship, and it's really funny because I didn't do anything with the baby. It was just the cat. So somehow, energetically, some magic happened.
Yeah.
That was really neat. Yeah, so that baby was no longer grabbing the cat's fur and trying to pull it out.
Oh, brilliant. That's so good. So where to from here? I guess you'll keep on exploring animal healing.
Yeah, so it was great to do sheep because I've done a few cats and dogs. And I'm looking forward to working with this animal sanctuary. And I've been to the sanctuary a few years ago, and there's all sorts of animals, different animals. There's ducks and goats and pigs and just all sorts. So it would be neat to just do a variety.
Yes. Yeah.
And then hopefully my name will get out there and I'll just be helping heaps of people with their pets so they can have a loving bond.
Yeah, that'd be wonderful.
Yeah.
And that's a good part about what you do because it's remote. You could easily help, sanctuaries or individuals who are, in different parts of the world.
Yeah.
You still help them just as effectively.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I think you've said to me you don't need a photo because you can just connect energetically. But for me, I just prefer to have one. It just gives me a little bit more focus. And also it gives the other person an investment that, they give you the photo. So they're investing in what you're doing as well. That's the way I see it.
Yeah, it's perfect. Yep. You know exactly.
Yeah.
Where you
Everyone works differently, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's perfect. That's fine.
Yeah.
It works really well. That's
Cool.
great. So if somebody wanted to contact you for your services, they can find you on eagleswayhealing.com,
Yes.
and you're listed there as
Yep.
one of the healers. And
Mhm.
just click on your photo, and it'll take you through to your Facebook
Facebook
page, your
page.
web page. Yeah, and they can book you from there.
Yeah.
Contact
They
you,
can
and
contact me from there. Yeah.
yeah, that's great.
Sure.
Wonderful. Any last
Yeah. Just
word?
some people don't have Facebook or Instagram because I'm on that as well. So I have an email address which is energyclearingforpets@gmail.com.
Okay, great. So email will link on through the Eagles Way website,
Yeah.
and get in contact. And yeah, brilliant,
Right. Cool.
brilliant. Okay, well,
All
thanks so much for that, Alice. Thanks for your
right.
time.
Okay. Nice to talk to you.
Okay, bye bye.
Okay. Bye.
Not really bye at all, because you're still here.